Congratulations. You found the Twin Cities Hit Show.
Very well. Where do I begin?
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
You're lucky to be here.
Thank you, sir. Reach for this one.
And now, a real hit show.
You got me in a vendetta kind of mood.
Live from the Twin Cities.
We're going to have a little Q&A. And at the risk of sounding redundant, please make your answers genuine.
It's the Twin Cities Hit Show.
What we got here is a little game of show and tell. You don't want to show me nothing, but you tell me everything. Tell me, am I lying?
Let's get this hit show started.
Here we go. It's a Monday.
It is Monday.
Big holiday happened over the weekend.
Oh, was there really?
Don't tell me. It was
Armistice Day?
Wasn't Thanksgiving. Dang it.
God. Oh, Chinooka.
Horrible at these games. Anyway, happy July 6th. Oh, it was Easter over the weekend.
Yes, he has risen.
So close.
He has risen.
Hey, Chuck, introduce our... Well, I'm Rusty Gatenby. You are...
I'm Chuck Gollop.
And then our friend is back.
Yeah, Dan Mogul. He was a guest last week, and, I thought, why not? Let's have this kid fill in.
Yeah.
Speaking
Good to be back.
Speaking of kids, don't look across the table, but there is a child in the room.
Yeah.
Do we know...
Yeah, introduce yourself, young man.
Hi, I'm Louis Gollop, and I'm crazy.
That's great.
So you know him.
Yeah, he came by genetically. He's crazy. He's actually accurate. This is my son. He was a little late today. I was running very late, and he was obligated to then come with me because he made me late.
I was going to say, this is his punishment to be part of the show?
Trust me, it's punishment.
How does that make Dan feel?
Yeah.
What did he do?
Well, he likes punishment. He's a comedian.
He went into a career, of just...
Yeah.
I don't even know what.
Lifelong
Life
punishment.
just continues to bitch slap you, and now...
Yeah.
Language. Sorry,
Yeah.
Lou.
Yep.
Sorry.
He's giving you the wave up.
He just did this.
Yeah, no, he's used to this kind of... Dan Mogul is used to this kind of punishment.
Absolutely.
Lou, how was your
One crowd at a time.
4th of July? What went on with your 4th of July, Lou?
Fireworks.
Yeah, do you like the 4th of July? You don't get any presents. I imagine it kind of sucks compared to, like, other holidays.
Yeah, when kids don't get presents, not too happy.
Yeah.
But fireworks, I mean, come on.
That's cool.
Those are great.
Yeah, they're
The
explosive.
key to July 4th is to wake up July 5th with all your fingers.
That's like the only thing that's better than July 4th, July 5th.
And it's better because you got all your fingers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's dark, but he's 21 years old. He's been through a lot.
Yeah.
Now, how old is he? How old are you, Lou?
I am 21.
Are you married?
Are you married? Single?
No, I'm living in someone else's house right now. Like, crap, bad house. I've been drinking a lot, I gotta tell you.
Why is that? Stressful being... What
Too
are
much
you?
apple juice?
Are you
Yeah.
8 or 9? How old are you?
I don't know, I'm 11 now.
Yeah.
Right, so
But you're on a bender.
What's a bender?
What you got you started down this road of alcoholism?
I met this Russian guy, and he gave me this drug. Whoa. Which is totally unrelated.
Creative.
That is unrelated.
He's
got a mind.
So then some hobo gave me a vodka, and I decided to try it. And then I was inspired to get drunk.
That's where it all started.
I think you're going to jail, but I think Dan and I might go to jail just by sitting next to you.
Yeah. Maybe you'll be witnesses. I don't know.
If Child Protective Services is listening, he's fine.
He's fine.
totally
None of this
fine.
is true.
He is drunk, but he's totally fine.
Dad, I'll bail you.
I'll bail you. I got your back, yo.
Yeah.
All right.
What are you going to be when you grow up, Lou?
Someone from the hood.
Oh, really? What do you want to be?
Living in the hood.
Be totally honest. What do you
Someone-
want to be?
What do you really want to
Do they have hoods in Lakeville?
I don't know what I want to be.
If right now they could say, bam, anything you want, you can be it, what first comes to mind?
Millionaire.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, good call.
And
good
you
call.
know how you're going to do it?
I could sell marijuana.
Oh, for God's sake.
Wow.
Okay.
There's a theme going on
Yeah,
here.
there is.
If you were still a cop, I'd say arrest
I'd
this
probably
child.
be paying a visit. Yeah.
Cuff
okay.
me.
Cuff me. Yeah. Well, once he gets in the
He's
silly
21.
mode, he's not snapping out of this. He's not snapping out of this.
He's a very short, high-pitched
Yeah.
21-year-old.
But really, Louis Gollop, on all seriousness, how do you
could
plan on making your millions? What's your plan?
Start a company.
Good. Okay, now
Nice.
we're going somewhere. What kind of company?
so.
Okay, good. That sounds like a solid business plan. Write me something up.
Give me a few seconds. I want to think about one.
Okay.
Okay.
You can keep his mic open, and he can join us first half hour. Coming up in the second half hour, Tim Mahoney, and he's got this new thing with Blue and White Cab. They're doing their comedy cab cast.
Yes.
I don't know.
CCC. Triple C.
What are they doing?
They're going to have them. I'm going to have them explain it, but
Yeah.
basically, I guess you pay good American dollars to have a cab ride, and then Tim ends up in your cab harassing you.
Yeah.
It sounds like a heck of a deal.
Sounds like great.
Why
Sign me
not?
up. Sign me up. Yep.
Hey, Lou, you know what you may want to do when you grow up is join the U.S. women's soccer team because they are the champions of the world.
Good morning to you all. What a storybook ending. This was really a rematch from the 2011 final in which Japan beat the United States. But last night was a different story. In front of more than 53,000 screaming fans, the United States kept their eye on the prize and never lost sight of the ultimate goal.
Did you guys watch any of this?
Nah.
A little bit of it.
I sort of watched it
I
with
saw
Dan.
the fifth goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were at
Yeah,
the
we
House
were-
of Comedy.
I'm not a
Still
big
legal.
fan of the football.
Yes. Yeah. I've completely forgot that it was on. I knew it was coming up. Of course, we were talking about how they had, they were into the finals, but I could never find when is it? When is it?
I completely forgot there was soccer in the world, so I'm right behind you.
So I woke up this morning and there was like, it
ain't
happened.
American.
Yeah.
It happened.
right.
So were they excited at the joint last night when the TV was on, or they couldn't care?
No one cares.
A few of us were watching, but for the most part, nobody really cared.
Now, why is that? Let's
Even the
break-
headliner announced the win
yeah.
in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
golf applause.
Yeah, and it was just like, oh,
Oh.
we missed that.
That's
Yeah.
charming.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that? If it was dudes, would have been, or is it just soccer? Or is it the combination of soccer and it's
Soccer's
ladies?
growing in the United States immensely.
Yeah.
I mean, Minnesota just got a team, right?
No.
No?
They can't figure out a deal.
Well, they're fighting for a stadium.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Now it might
you
be
know.
St. Paul.
Yeah. I think they're being Blaine.
But I
But
mean,
it's-
a
it's-
world
Yeah.
championship.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, weird.
Yeah.
And the U.S. doesn't really care.
No.
I know.
No, it's like we're number one in the world, and you're like,
Yeah.
throw it on the pile with everything else.
Yeah. We're number
Except
one
for a lot of things.
unemployment. And,
Yeah.
But for decades, first of all, they sucked at soccer for decades.
oh, they've been around
mean,
for decades.
soccer-
They've been around
Yeah.
for decades?
Yeah, just in the past, this team
And I think
and the previous team have been really, really good.
they won last time the ladies won the world championship. I believe it was 1999. I could be wrong.
They all looked very sturdy
Sure.
when they were cheering. Very
They've been in
sturdy.
the finals before.
They're a sturdy bunch.
Yeah.
Alongside her team.
Anyway, I thought it was.
Hope Solo was heard saying, "I'm so happy I could hit someone."
I could slap them in the back of the head. And not even flinch.
Yeah, that's pretty much her.
I think I'm leaving the show. You have a new co-host.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought, geez, if this was, whatever, pick a sport and put dudes
Yeah.
in it, and the interest would be
Yeah.
different.
It's a shame. they're-
Yeah. That is unfortunate that they're,
Yeah.
yes, they are the champions, and people are like,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
but there
how
are
about the
many,
kicks?
many, many people out there that are very proud. I am. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful.
Totally.
I was in Europe during the World Cup, and man, you could not go anywhere without every pub being packed and people cheering. And you don't even see that for well, you see it a little bit with football and hockey and baseball,
Football,
but
yeah.
not
And
to that
basketball.
extent. Yeah.
Just
Well,
I
last-
forgot about that one. Yeah.
Last summer, the
You
town
know,
went
the major sports.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, they have that one.
I don't do that. It's
Last summer, the town went a little bit crazy because the dudes of the U.S. men's soccer was in the championship or the finals or doing well. Because I know Brits Pub, they had,
Oh yeah,
they were on the
I think they
wall.
actually had a big thing yesterday for
Did
it
they?
too.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. All right, good.
No, they're like, it's women. Screw it.
They don't matter.
my son, the misogynist.
Teaching them young, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My son, the misogynist. Good. You'll
Yeah,
get
that's
far
real
in life,
good, kid.
Yeah.
Do you have
Real
any?
good.
You don't have a girlfriend yet, Lou?
He's 21. He's got a
He's
drinking
really
problem.
cryptic
Come on,
about
it's
this
really
one.
hard to hold
Yeah.
on to a girlfriend.
I
He's
said
spending all
I'm
the money
single.
on booze.
I thought you heard.
That, you're
Yeah.
single? All
He's
right.
being cryptic. There's a little thing going on, but he's not going to talk about it.
No, you got a
See,
little,
you want to make him shy? You could just throw out.
you have a little
Describe
lady
the
friend?
perfect woman, Lou.
Oh, I'm frazzled. I don't know.
Huh?
What?
What would they be like?
I don't know.
Okay.
What are you looking for in a woman? Looks, personality, humor. What?
Money. Go for a rich one.
Always go
You've
for
really
money.
thought this out, haven't you?
Money, then love.
Michael Eisner is getting himself in trouble because he was trying to be positive about women, but he kind of gave him a backhanded compliment over the weekend.
I see what you did there. We do not endorse violence on the Twin Cities Hit Show. Please continue.
Here we go. Listen to this.
In this season of summer blockbusters, women are stealing the show and bringing in the crowds. They're action heroes. I'll do it. Secret agents. And a cappella singers. And those female-led films are all box office gold. Which is why comments made by the former CEO of Disney, Michael Eisner, are drawing criticism. In a conversation with Oscar-winning actress Goldie Hawn, Eisner said he thought the secret to Hawn's successful career is her rare combination of looks and comic talent.
My children are the spawn of hell, and you're the devil. Oh, God.
From my position, he said, the hardest artist to find is a beautiful, funny woman. By far, they usually, boy, am I going to get in trouble. I know this goes online. But usually, unbelievably beautiful women, you being an exception, are not funny. He added that since the era of Lucille Ball, a beautiful and funny woman in Hollywood is a rare breed.
That's Vita Meter Vegemin.
Audio of the conversation has not been made available by the Aspen Institute. We reached out to Goldie Hawn, who provided CBS This Morning with the following statement. The gift of comedy given to many outstanding talented women throughout history has never been predicated on physical beauty. It's brilliance, timing, truth, fearlessness, and without a doubt, a sign of high intelligence. Long live the women who bring laughter into the hearts of people everywhere.
Yeah, she steals like a thief, but she's always a woman to me.
So that's kind of the age-old thing, though, right? Women can't be funny or as funny, and Eisner was a beautiful woman. Typically, they're not funny at all.
You know, Seinfeld said something really controversial about women, too. It's
what?
Newman.
Yeah.
Newman.
Newman? That's what he said about women?
No, he was saying that he just didn't find most women funny. I'll have to find this. He said something very controversial.
That's subjective.
That was a while ago.
That's saying his own opinion, though.
Yeah.
So, what do we think?
I think there are many funny women out there.
Well, his bit was beautiful and funny. And the same could be said for handsome and funny, too. How many sexy...
I don't think so.
Dan Mogul.
I don't think he...
Dan Mogul.
Look at me.
Besides you.
I'm not funny, though.
Okay, Jerry Seinfeld, when asked about comedy as an accessible career for women, he said, it's so hard to find a new light of humor. Nobody cares who it's coming from, where it's coming from. If someone comes along and they're really funny, it's always welcome. And that's not the quote I'm looking for.
And Amy Schumer is poised to have the biggest comedy hit of the summer. Her movie Trainwreck comes out this month, and word is it's going to be the funniest thing. Now, she's not Charlize Theron.
No.
She's attractive, but she's not, quote-unquote, a beauty.
No.
Amy Schumer.
No.
Yeah.
She is hilarious.
She's very, very funny.
Yeah.
She's pretty.
Yeah.
She's our people.
Yeah.
Dan.
I know.
So should Michael Eisner be in trouble, air quotes, for saying that it's hard to find a beautiful woman who's also funny?
I don't think it was the best choice of words or thought to say publicly, but there's some truth to that.
You keep that in a meeting.
Yeah.
And that's
you
about
keep
it.
that in a meeting with yourself.
As you ogle your executive assistant.
Yeah. I mean, I'd hit that. I'd hit that for sure.
Don't
but
publicly say that, though.
Yeah. I mean,
if that's your view, that's your view, but you don't need to broadcast it.
I have a theory about men, and disagree. Since we're all men here, and Lewis, feel free to chime in.
Yeah, if any women are listening, please call in. We'll solve all your problems. Four white men.
At least three of them.
Or your money back.
Yeah, there are three of us.
He gets it.
He does get it. So here's the deal. I kind of like every man, when they meet every woman, honestly, I think we're running through a checklist. Yes or no. Yes or no. Would or wouldn't. And then from there, everything moves forward. It doesn't even change anything for you. But I can't tell you that I don't look at a woman and go, yeah, probably. Right away. And then that frames everything up quietly in the background.
And are they doing the same to you, do you think?
But they're all saying no. There's no check. It's just no.
Yeah, no.
No.
Hail to the no. Yeah. Who are the pretty women that are funny?
Or Tina Fey.
Yeah.
Amy Schumer.
Yeah.
She's pretty.
Sarah Silverman. I love her.
Sarah Silverman.
All
right. Amy Poehler. I don't know. See,
to
me, they're
Sarah Palin.
Comedic brilliance, honestly, it's attractive to me.
Yeah, it eclipses. And that. Yeah, I'm with you. What do you think? Do you think they're train wrecks like we are?
I'm sure they are. They're comedians.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Lou, what do you think? Who's the funniest person you know?
Probably my dad.
Next to him. Why is your dad so funny?
The back of my hand.
Interesting.
Okay. Who else do you think is funny?
I think Jim Gaffigan's funny.
Oh, yeah. He's a big Gaffigan fan.
Oh, yeah.
Hot Pockets.
Speaking of ladies, Billy Joel got married over the weekend. He got married. His Billy Joel, I believe, is 65.
Yeah.
He's been married now. This is the fourth time.
Yep.
Fourth time's a charm.
Yeah.
She's 33.
Yeah, I saw that.
Good
What
for
do we
him.
think of that?
Age is just a number, is what everyone tells me, but it's not. Well, I don't know.
I'm
a little
sure there
uncomfortable.
won't be a prenup.
And she's pregnant, too, I guess.
Yes, yeah.
So he's
The
60.
old shotgun wedding, huh?
Yeah, I guess we're getting married then.
I mean, I get it all the time because my wife is 18 years younger than me.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Billy Joel's got me beat, though. 32 years younger.
Yeah. I just don't even know what I'd say. I have a struggle talking to someone in their
Conversation.
30s.
Yeah.
I struggle with that.
I struggle talking to myself.
Yeah. You are right now.
Pretty much.
So, yeah, I don't want to disparage what you have going on because I've met Jennifer. She's very sweet, and you guys relate very well. I wonder how I could date a 20-year-old. Like, here's what I've been through. Oh, you just moved out of your parents' house and you had to leave a dresser behind. That sucks.
Well, there's a difference between in your 30s and in your 20s. At least by the time you get into your 30s, you have lived some of life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And a lot of life does repeat itself.
Yeah. Yes, it does. Well, being single dudes, or you're not anymore, but, with kids, that changes things. And you got to find, like, the right woman who's willing to understand that you're going to spend time with your kids and not them, and that you're going to have weeks where you're with your kids. I mean, that really changes the dynamic. Or you bring them into the fold, and they meet your kids, and things get, weird. They just do. So I think that's the dynamic. But Billy Joel's kids are obviously older, so that makes it a little easier. Your kids are older.
Yeah, his one daughter from Christy Brinkley she's 29 years old. So now she's going to
single.
She's going to be the
So
big.
now they're going to hang out.
I take back everything I said about the age difference. I think a 29-year-old and a 45-year-old would get along just fine. Hey, call me.
And it also then it becomes your 65-year-old new dad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
She has, there's no daddy issues.
No, God, no.
grandpa issue almost. Although Billy did look pretty good in the photo, the wedding photo. He's like, I better get in shape. I don't have the photo here, but I don't have the photo here.
I just wanted to.
Lou, do you have a photo?
Yeah.
Any photos?
Can you pull that up on your laptop?
Lou, how old are you going to be when you get married?
All I have is a photo of a license plate. I thought he was going to steal my bike.
I don't think the drunk thing was a joke.
No, he's trying. He's trying.
seeing things.
He's seeing things. That's good.
Lou, what makes a good woman?
Enough about the women jokes. I have no idea.
It's not a joke. We're being serious. What are you looking for in a woman?
Someone who's not 6 feet taller than me.
Okay,
Oh,
good
okay.
call.
Yeah.
That rules out most of the women.
All you 9-footers out there, sorry.
There, see? There they are. Happy couple.
He looks like like Colonel Sanders, really.
She's hot. Good for him.
He looks like he should be escorting her down the
She's
aisle.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, well. My house is glass. I cannot throw stones at Billy Joel.
I hope she has a speech impediment.
That's not nice.
Oh, Billy Joel, this is seriously the best day of my life. I'm so beautiful. I'd be okay with that. I don't.
If he has half of what I have with my wife, he's a very lucky man, and they're very much in love.
Aww.
I told
Rusty.
you, fourth time's the charm.
Mine's not the fourth, though.
Yeah, it's only like the third.
Lou, did you go to a 4th of July parade?
There was a 4th of July parade?
Yeah,
all over the
yeah.
United States.
Yeah, everywhere.
You didn't go?
No.
Did you go to fireworks or anything?
Well, we sat on
Were
a
you
roof.
locked in your room in timeout?
No.
Oh.
My mom don't give me timeouts.
He was with Mom, so I can't vouch for what he was doing.
Uh-huh. No 4th of July picnic? No.
We did sit on a roof and watch fireworks, though.
Oh, that's
good.
cool.
Yeah.
Did you know whose house you were sitting on, or you just...
Like a parking lot roof.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. Random.
Nice. Because there were parades everywhere, and the presidents were out in the...
running for president because I think
the
This
nominees
holiday
were
weekend,
out.
the candidates made the rounds, hitting every Sunday show and pounding the pavement.
From traditional handshakes
The last guy I don't have a selfie with.
to the not-so-traditional selfies,
Where'd you get that shirt?
candidates made that crucial FaceTime. Democrats Bernie Sanders and Martin O'Malley, along with Republican Bobby Jindal, spent their 4th in Iowa. But most of the 2016
So,
I like Bobby Jindal, other than he's really screwed up the state for a while. But also, his voice does not match his face. Every time he talks, I'm like, whoa, that doesn't fit. Nope.
Is it because he's brown?
Yeah, well, he's very Indian. I think he's Indian, and you really expect but he talks with that drawl, and it just does not fit. He's got one of them Southern accents. Does not match what he looks like at all.
I reckon you don't mess with the Southerns.
Very true. Very true.
Oh, is that what you've heard?
Bobby Jindal. I'm not a fan of his.
No.
No.
Okay, what don't you like? Well, he's a Republican, right?
Yeah, which is fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's that he tried to block gay marriage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, he's always doing the Republican.
Yeah,
ticket
exactly.
thing, yeah.
I mean, he was just grandstanding, being like, "If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it." Talking to his county commissioners.
I don't like Bobby Jindal, just for the record. I don't like
good.
him at all.
Good.
Yeah.
2 seconds ago, could have swore it was you.
I vote on all the issues. I look at them as a package. I'm done with him.
Okay, yeah, because he is very, in my eyes, he's kind of controversial.
Yeah. I like his persona. I like that part. I haven't looked into his politics.
You like that he has a Southern voice in brown skin.
I love that.
Oh, you're the voter he's hoping for.
No, because
I like the way he sounds. I'm gonna vote for him. I don't know his politics though. Whatever. Check.
he doesn't stand a chance in hell of you making it past the primary, so it doesn't matter at all.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Here's what we're going to do for you, Chuck. Keep looking at my brown skin. We're going to give the billionaires another tax
Look
break.
at my hand. It's moving over here. It's moving over here.
What? Oh, you got my vote again.
What's that? Another hand?
Lou's hopping on the bandwagon.
He is. Don't pick on your old man. I will ground you.
And then evidently Hillary Clinton in her parade in, I think it was New Hampshire, she felt the photographers and such were too much in her face. So she quite literally had a rope and roped up the photographers. And they had a walking barricade then to keep the photographers at bay.
Out my face.
Oh,
I mean, isn't that part of the whole thing?
Yeah. Yeah, you would think so.
I don't like what everybody else is doing. This is no. Ugh.
Get these cameras out of my face. Is this my good side?
It's so gross.
Already.
That one has a smear on it. That's not getting near me, or else I'm gonna freak out.
Mess up my hair.
Exactly.
Mess up my hair. I mess up your face.
Oh.
And it's just begun.
Aggressive.
It's very aggressive.
I can't wait for the debates. Let's get to the debates, and then we'll start watching these people fall by the
way. Oh,
wayside.
it's 16? Are we out on the Republican side? 16?
A record number of 16, yes.
Yeah. Is there's no limit either, is there? I don't think so.
I don't think so. There's a limit to who gets to go into the debate.
Yeah.
You need at least 10% of voter interest or whatever.
Trump trailing in second place
Yeah.
right now?
You're kidding me.
That's going to be a hell of a debate. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Actually,
I
will-
the most beautiful quote. All he's gonna do is promote his golf courses and his businesses. That's all he's gonna say is his company.
I have done this for the country.
Yeah.
Let's hope he says
I'm
more
a job
stupid.
creator. Ugh.
Especially with them Mexicans.
And rapists.
Seriously.
Who's doing the raping?
Oh, God.
He hasn't backed off.
Still hasn't. I haven't followed any Trump news this weekend, but I've obviously missed out because he's guaranteed over this weekend he's been
He was not one of the ones mentioned in the old 4th of July parades. But
he's above that.
Yeah. Everyone else was.
Yeah.
The Grateful Dead are done.
My sister went to all the shows.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yep.
All
She
of
went to
them?
the 3 in Santa Clara and then the 3 in Chicago.
And
she got me a shirt. It's pretty cool too.
Did she have a history of being a deadhead like that then? Obviously.
A little bit,
I'm
yeah.
guessing.
She follows mostly Widespread Panic, actually.
The band.
The band.
Yeah, not the concept.
Yeah, not the concept. Thanks. Maybe a little bit of that too. I don't know.
I think one leads to the other.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
If there's
she's
if
always
there's a
loved the
fire
Dead.
to theater, she is there.
Art imitates life.
Easy, Chuck.
My ears are bleeding.
That's that, by the way, is your dad.
You should listen to him sneeze.
Why? Is it explosive?
It's quite loud.
More than explosive.
It sounds about like that.
Have you ever?
Words cannot explain it.
Yeah. Have you
But
ever heard-
whales can.
Good.
very good.
That's
See?
Lewis Collins with the whale impersonation.
Yeah.
For the win.
Have you ever heard Donald? Have you ever heard Donald Duck sneeze?
Oh yeah, here we go.
Here's the report on the Grateful Dead.
All of its concerts here this past weekend, and Billboard magazine says the group is likely to realize about $50 million in profits from ticket sales for its final concerts here. The band that famously sang "The Music Never Stopped" finally did. After half a century together, the Grateful Dead is no more.
It was in Chicago. It was just down the road. We could have gone.
Trucking all those years.
I feel like they've been no more since Jerry
famously
Garcia died.
jamming and improvising during
I had to
shows.
work all weekend.
The songs never played the same way twice. Bill Kreutzmann is one of the band's drummers.
You were never a top 40 band. You weren't even really that great on the radio
at all
because your songs went on too long or whatever. Your fame came from live performances.
Yeah, from this. Why I'm sitting here talking with you. It's because I can get people to smile and I see them out there dancing. They're having a good time. That's why I do it.
That's why he does it. So
I just saw him actually in New Orleans. I went and I saw the Voodoo Dead.
Oh, really?
4 nights in a row.
Huh. 4 nights in a row.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, I went to like.
So you were sober. Good.
Oh yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Till 7 a.m. every night, or every morning.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even know how time works.
I had no idea how time works there.
Is there time? I don't know.
In New Orleans, no.
No, there's not.
Not during Jazz Fest for this kid.
Yeah.
So do they play different music each night, or by
Yeah,
the
they're
third
playing,
night you're like, oh man?
I'm pretty sure they did. I know it was all it was a whole bunch of different musicians getting together and just playing Dead covers.
So basically, it's the equivalent of a Cubs game to me. I don't know if there's baseball going on, but it's awfully fun.
Isn't that just baseball in general for most?
Not like the bleachers at Wrigley. Yeah. There's.
What did your sister report back from the shows, the Grateful Dead? Did you hear back yet?
So far, she got me a shirt. And the shows are amazing.
How grateful.
But then she had to go.
Nice. Ah.
You dropped the
I am
grateful
quite
in there.
grateful for it.
Yeah.
Well, you're in Minnesota. You should have gotten a sweatshirt.
Yeah, good point. I don't think
That's
they
true,
market
but
the
it's hot
sweatshirts.
now.
You need to yell at your sister evidently. Why didn't I get a Grateful Dead sweatshirt?
Yeah.
Growth.
It's so unfair.
I'm sure it was a great time. I had a bunch of friends that were there, and I saw a whole bunch of pictures, and it looked amazing. Just a sea of people.
Oh, Lou,
great stage, great lighting.
Yeah.
All the
Who's
things that were it.
who's
Dead
on
Show.
your Walkman, Lou? Who do you listen to?
Yeah, what kind of tapes do you listen to, kid? Huh?
Who's your
Don't you hate it when your cassette player eats the tape and you have to take a pencil and wind it back up,
and
and you wind it?
end up breaking it, and then you have to buy another one.
No.
Do you know what a tape is?
Yeah.
It was 100 years ago. Back then.
Yeah.
Cavemen would use them to stick them in these slots, and a music would play.
Well, how do you think
Caveman did
Rusty
that.
and I started listening to music? Honestly, what do you think? What do we have?
You sing it.
After singing came what you hit iTunes. What do you think we did?
You had to buy records.
Yeah,
whistle.
plastic records.
Yeah. Whistling is the poor man's iPod, a friend of mine says.
Whistling. Who's the best rock and roll band ever, Lou?
How am I supposed to know that?
I don't know. Who do you think? Who's your favorite band? Mariah Carey?
I don't know.
Celine
Charles
Dion?
Baker.
I don't know that many. I know like
Who do you know?
the Beatles are good.
There you go.
Yeah, he likes
There
it.
you go.
Yeah.
Right track. Name the 4 members of the Beatles. There's
There's that Ringo. There's
Yeah.
there's John.
Larry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John. Yep.
And there's Paul.
Good.
All right, and then
Nice.
one more.
Yeah, one more.
I forgot George, I think.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nice.
You've taught your kid
Chuck
well.
out for the win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
You must be sobering up.
Yeah. Well, who's alive from the Beatles still?
Ringo and Paul.
Nice.
All right. And how did the other two die?
One died of cancer and one got shot in the face.
In the
Wow.
face. In the face.
Specific, but yes.
Yeah. Very, very specific.
Nice.
Okay, good.
I'm a very specific
Love
man.
is all you
Yeah,
need.
yeah.
Remember that.
Love is all.
Hey,
you need.
guys, 1,300 likes as of right now on our TwinCitiesHitShow.com
Sweet.
Facebook page.
See any good movies over the weekend there, Lou?
I saw Terminator. I think that was good.
Yeah.
Terminator. Yeah, they did not do as well as expected.
No.
Yeah. Inside Out is still it's fighting for number one with Jurassic World.
I didn't really like Inside Out that much.
Yeah, give us your review. What didn't you like about it?
Really?
It was hard to understand.
Yeah, it was hard to follow even for an adult. There's a lot of, I don't even know.
I've heard great things about it.
It was okay.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was okay.
Last movie I went to was Jurassic World.
Yeah.
And
I like that one.
I liked it just because, I didn't go for the acting or the
Yeah,
writing.
really?
I didn't
Really?
go for the acting or the writing.
Wow.
To say.
Don't tell me.
Yeah.
Special effects.
Yeah.
Special effects
Yeah.
and the dinosaurs.
Oh,
And
there were
I saw it in IMAX 3D.
Yeah, that's the way to see it.
Completely sober. And it was amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how I saw Terminator 2.
I
at
saw
the
Terminator with him too.
IMAX.
Get
Terminator.
the Chopper.
Terminator only made
Chopper.
just made over 20 million. No, wait, maybe it was. Yeah, just
Yeah,
over.
and it had a $95 million price tag.
Yeah.
wasn't it? And
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
projecting that, and in the United States, they'll close at like 84.5, something like that.
Oh, wow.
So they're
Look at you,
It's
Mr.
doubtful that the new franchise is.
No, but
Ben
that's through the U.S. Internationally, you never know.
Yeah,
Like
international-
Vin Diesel, giant star in Asia. Is it
As
okay
it
to
should
say
be.
Asia?
You can. Yeah, say
I can?
Orient. Say the Orient.
Ooh.
Yeah.
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 No.
You gotta be careful
You go ahead.
on that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What?
You gotta be careful on
What's
that.
the?
Yeah, they could very well make a bunch of money.
That's true. Yeah, that is the word.
Well, we talked about this. I don't know if we talked about it on the air. Yeah, Austria. Well, I don't know if we talked about this on air or not, but it's getting panned. At least the couple of reviews I've read about the Terminator, it just the people don't like it.
No.
The
I
critics
guess I
don't like
liked it
not
more
good.
than that. Chicago reeling after outbursts of violence.
Oh,
that's good.
Yeah,
Holiday
the
weekend shootings.
Yeah.
I think
So-
every major city had a weekend of shootings.
It was
We're just
crazy
looking at
in
it.
There were
Lakeville.
9.
We got a press conference here coming on the. So we were worried about ISIS doing some sort of terrorism, and instead of ISIS,
Get behind the vehicle.
we do. That's the sound coming from the Chicago press conference. Young reporter Lou is on the scene. Lou, what do you see?
There's this cop shooting, gangster shooting, cars, explosions. It's Carmageddon.
Carmageddon.
Wow.
Nice.
Back to you, Rusty.
Thank you, Lou. Stay safe, Lou. Don't get hurt. So yeah, there was talk that ISIS was going to do, some sort of attack here.
Yeah.
We don't need ISIS. We just shoot ourselves up.
No,
That's
you know who
fine.
called that in? That's been debunked. A police union guy called that in, so all the cops could make overtime. It worked. It worked.
Wait,
Was it really somebody?
No, I wouldn't doubt it. I, every time those calls come in, I made so much money. Quick, we need everyone. Show up. Yeah, suit up. Time and a half.
The
Time and a half. Hey now.
Yeah.
the information that said ISIS is pending attacks. They were really they ramped it up, man. They were convinced that they would not be surprised, quote unquote, that come Monday we would be talking about some terrorist attack on U.S. grounds over the 4th of July weekend. Instead, no, we just go ahead and shoot ourselves.
Yeah.
7 killed, at least 7, dozens wounded in Chicago. Terrorism? Oh no, shooting.
Yeah,
shooting.
you know what they're.
Oh, good.
What, you dissed me?
No.
That makes sense. I totally would bust a cap. on
My
somebody
friend
who dissed
Charles
me.
Baker is listening, and he's giving me all these shout-outs on Facebook. Oh, Charles. Thank
Oh,
you.
I met Charles yesterday.
What does he say?
No, different guy.
No, I'm thinking of another Chuck
You
that I
met-
met another
yeah.
at a family thing.
Okay.
Never mind. It's not Charles Baker.
Oh, yeah, I know the Chuck.
Who was the dude in the beard I met last night?
So
The weird
here's John Oliver. Here's a quote from John Oliver. One failed attempt at a shoe bomb, and we all have to take our shoes off at the airport. 31 school shootings since Columbine, and no change in the regulation of guns.
Yeah.
How does that make sense? Well,
No,
there's a lot of
no.
people making money who sell guns.
Yeah.
How do you make a shoe bomb?
Well,
I'm
that's for
afraid
the
to tell
internet.
you.
I'm sorry.
I'm a young Lou.
That's for the deep internet.
Like a sticky bomb and a slipper?
Something like that.
How about, yeah. Tell you what, we're going to take a break. In the break, you can have a little chat with your dad. Out of the break, we're going to talk blue and white Taxi. Not only are they a great cab service and wonderful sponsor of the shows, Tim Mahoney has teamed up with Blue and White Cab for something called Cabcast. What? We'll find out what that is when we come back.
The Twin Cities Hit Show. We'll be right back.
MacMen. Don't let your computer problems drive you mad. We are MacMen, Minnesota's premier tech consultants and problem solvers for Macs, mobile devices, troubleshooting, training, and much more. No more dragging your computer all over town because we come to you. We love making house calls to your home or small business. MacMen. Call 612-345-8005.
The term foodie can sometimes come across as a tickle pretentious. BT and Lydia are here to demystify the term and reclaim it for the sake of good food. Their weekly podcast brings in fellow foodies and culture creators from the Twin Cities to talk about all things food. Find this duo only on the Alive and Social Network.
It's been a Twin Cities food legend for almost 30 years. It's been the anchor for the Minneapolis Warehouse District since it opened. And you may not know that the Loon Cafe can provide their outstanding creations and much, much more for your gathering, whether it's a private party or corporate event. For custom catering beyond the menu, contact the Loon Cafe. They'll create foods that will amaze your guests. Leave the cooking to someone else. Contact Brian at the Loon Cafe for your catering needs. Call 612-332-8342 or visit looncafe.com.
The Rusty Gatenby Review is the entertaining show about entertainment from movies, music, and more. Award-winning TV guy Rusty Gatenby and his review is the podcast with the biggest cast in entertainment, part of the Alive and Social Network. You can get that Minnesota connection to Hollywood and beyond any time of the day or night simply by clicking on the RustyGatenbyReview.com. That's the RustyGatenbyReview.com, part of the Alive and Social Network.
And now, back to the Twin Cities Hit Show.
It's a Monday, it's so mundane. What exciting things will happen today? The yard is full of
A lot of exciting things that have happened so far. Lou is now loose in the studio.
Oh, God
We've
help us.
Tethered him, and it's like a...
Get down. Look down. Get down. No.
Oh, boy.
Put that lighter down. Put that lighter down.
Boy. Tim Mahoney has cabbed himself into the studio. Hey, Tim.
How's it going, Russ? Good to be back here. Yes,
Did
I
I
did.
see Facebook photos of you out on the lake not too long? Was it last week out there in Wayzata?
Yes.
That was you, right?
That was doing the Cities 97 Oak on the Water.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, playing with Owl City.
Owl City?
Yeah, it was a cool combination.
And that's a guy, right? Owl City.
That is a guy. We also, our backstage was a boat, by the way.
Yeah.
It was pretty
that's
cool.
Nice.
It was some rich guy's boat. He's like, dude, come on our boat. We're like, all right, that sounds good.
Was that official, or are you just a fan saying, come on
He
my
was just
boat?
a fan. He was just some. It was actually Rick Bourne.
Oh.
And he was like, come on my boat. I'm like, cool.
I have mutual friends of his.
Yep.
I hear he's a fun guy.
He's very fun, and we just did a little performance and played for the people. I did not know that the now Cities 97 Oak on the Waters does not air live songs anymore.
Oh, really?
Because of the whole corporate radio thing. They do not live any air songs, which was the point.
What?
Remember
Yeah.
of this, the whole Oak in the Water and First.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
that shows you how corporate radio now has said, we don't care who's playing. We're not going to put that on the radio because we think we'll lose ratings. So keep playing Katy Perry.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
So that's going well then.
So pretty much I'm just going there to play a show for cities, which I'm not blaming them. I mean, I guess it's good PR, but not like PR like being on the radio.
Yeah, no kidding.
Or like being on
Or
the
the
Rusty
internet
Gate
radio.
and
Yeah.
be reviewed.
Right.
Or
the Twin Cities
Hit
Show.
Do you like how I
Twin
always
Cities
call
Hit
it?
Show.
Yeah, Twin
It's like I don't.
Cities, plus.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, who do you have here with you? Who's your friend here from Blue and White Cab?
I'll let him introduce himself. He likes to be on the podcast.
I do. No, thanks for having me. I'm Noah Rowan, and we're talking about Blue and White today, which is great. So that's the Twin Cities' largest fleet of taxis.
Blue and White Taxi, not Bruises. We're not talking about Bruises.
No.
Blue and White Taxi.
Blue and White Taxi. BlueandWhiteTaxi.com.
And there's and Tim, you've got a podcast.
Yes.
But now there's another project with Blue and White, and it's a cab cast.
Yes, it's very fun. Something, Sean Bernard and I have wanted to do for a long time, even just thinking of this concept, but teamed up with Blue and White Taxi, and it's called, the Blue and White Tim Mahoney Cab Cast. A lot of people compare that, of course, to things like Cash Cab or Taxi Cab Confessions.
Yeah.
This is like that, but just better.
Okay.
Essentially,
All right.
what we're doing is we're recording episodes of me just out picking up people, talking to people, just a lot of fun interaction, comedy stuff. It's also a branding thing for Blue and White to get their name out there.
Yep.
And I think it's a fun, interesting way because obviously in this day and age, I think of marketing, you got to be unique. You got to grab them. You know how that is. You got to get clicks. How do you get clicks and stuff? Well, you put something out there that's crazy. And we just filmed a couple days ago the first footage for episode, which we were just watching. Some very funny stuff. Some not so funny, but awkward.
Really?
I
wouldn't expect that at all.
Like when a guy tried to pull a gun on me on the street. I didn't tell you about that. That was like, what the? It was funny, but it was...
you can't shoot me. I'm Tim Mahoney.
Well, right. But I'm just saying, when you just put yourself out there, try to get funny stuff. And
now, how does this work, though? Do the people get into the cab and go, wait, who's this in the cab? And they're like, hey, I'm Tim Mahoney. You're on my show. I'd be like, pulling a gun on you.
That's not nice.
All we really need is $5.
We do a few.
Get it?
I got it.
Thank you.
We're going to do that for a cab deal, I
I
think,
didn't
at
get
one
it.
point, too. Just like get $5 cab rides. A couple ways we do it. One is we just pick up strangers. And,
and they play along
and,
with it.
and we just, exactly. We just start talking to them, asking them funny questions. I make up maybe songs about them. Say, have you ever heard of Rusty Gatenby? He was big in the 70s, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes we do some stuff on the street, too, just talking to people. Talk about random things. Sometimes cabs, getting a ride home. Blue and White has this great new slogan, which I think I'm going to make up a little song about. They have these great cards that they just came out with that one says pickled on it, one says trashed, one says juiced. And it's basically saying if you're any of these things, take a safe ride home.
Yeah.
And I just really like it because it's kind of like just being honest about it, saying people get like this, do not drive. And it's just a new marketing thing that I just think works great. What do you think about it?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's true. I mean, we there's no excuse for people getting behind the wheel if they've had too much, and we're there. I mean, and when you have the again the largest fleet in the Twin Cities, we're available, within a couple of minutes, generally speaking, and it is. And now we have the ability to book in advance too. So if you want to go to the website blueandwhitetaxi.com, you can book in advance, pay in advance. So if you know you're going to be out having a good time and at a Tim Mahoney show or at one of the happy hours or something like that, book in advance, and then you're done. You get in the car, you get out of the car, and that's it. There's no, you don't have to worry about tips and all that kind of stuff. So it's great.
And I think that's also to note, like people talk about, of course, the competition with Uber and Lyft. You can't schedule that way with Uber and Lyft, and that's probably one of the downfalls of that compared, to schedule knowing when you're going. And I think also going back to competing with that, I remember one of our first conversations, you were like, well, it's hard to compete with them. So that's maybe why this thing came about, is let's do something fun and interesting to try to just grab people's attention and have fun with it. And we're hoping it's going to do it. And sometime during this little interview, I'm going to make up a song on the spot about Blue and White. So
about Blue and White.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an interesting time to be in the taxi cab industry, but Blue and White is doing well and trying to differentiate themselves and do some advancements on the technology side and really on the customer service side. And there's not a $200 ride from downtown to uptown where some of these other on-demand services or online services might get you with the surge pricing. It's it's the same price, it's regulated, and that ride's gonna what it's gonna cost in advance. So.
Well, not a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to research a taxi company, and we're spending all our time on our phones, and you go to their site, and there's some pretty cool stuff. If you look at their 7-3s program, you look at, like you said, scheduling ahead of time. Their apps are cool for businesses. And most people don't think of a taxi company as progressive in that way because they're kind of a blue collar, basic service type thing. And
yeah, I mean, and that's what Blue and White's been trying to do. And it's how do we differentiate ourselves? How do we provide the best experience? And part of the experience is how to make it convenient for people to find you and order. You can text to order. You can use an app to order. You can call certainly, and you can book online.
Yeah.
I mean, these are all tools. So whatever kind of medium you want to use to get your taxi, we're certainly available.
Preload the cash too. I like that.
How long has Blue and White been around?
We've been around for 30 plus years, I think.
Oh, wow.
So but really grown in the last several years.
And why Blue and White? Who came up with Blue and White? If you throw a red in there, you're 100% patriotic.
There's a competitor. There's a competitor with red. So no, we'll take blue. But all of that stuff actually has a lot to do with the regulatory environment at the city of Minneapolis. I mean, the cabs are really heavily regulated. That's why they have to be painted in a certain way. Signage has to be there. The each taxi number. So that's different. Any car could be in one of these TNC, which is the Uber and Lyft. They can drive basically whatever kind of car they want, and it doesn't have to have much signage, although they have a little sticker. So we're heavily regulated in that way, and that's kind of why the names. But we also have under our umbrella Rainbow Taxi and Airport Taxi, so you see those as well, and those are run by the same company and same drivers and things like that.
When I drove a black and white, we used to enforce a lot of laws on blue and white, and Bloomington has a lot of taxis because of all the hotels, but they have some crazy ordinances, and we'd have some of our cops would get a real bee in their bonnet, and they'd line themselves up and walk along doing inspections of the cabs and checking to make sure they had all their radios and their stickers and everyone had their medical cards.
And meanwhile, Uber can get by with everything without having to deal with that?
Yeah, right. No, they, we have to carry commercial liability insurance, and the state just did a regulation for the Uber and Lyft drivers too, but ours is 24/7. So if you're a taxi cab driver, you're insured every time you're in that taxi. That's not necessarily the case when folks are driving their personal vehicles, and there's dress codes, there's all sorts of things. As you kind of alluded to, regulated from the meters, and every part of that vehicle is regulated in terms of and inspections, and as I've learned more and more and gotten more involved in the industry, it's really a heavily regulated industry, and that's designed to have the consumer experience so that the cars are safe, the drivers are safe, and you're getting a safe ride from a licensed and regulated and insured driver. So.
What's the regulation on cleaning up the vomit?
You know what? Actually, that's one thing where we are under-regulated. So Uber or Lyft in that case can charge, and I can't remember what the fee is, but it's several $100.
Yeah. Someone has told me that.
Oh, if you puke?
Yeah.
Good. You deserve to be charged,
Right.
I think, sometimes. If you're just a dumb person that pukes all over somebody, a cab or a car.
Right. Well, the thing with them is they have your credit card, so they can charge you $300 and you have no recourse, and they don't exist. There's no Uber office that you can go and say, "Hey, I didn't actually do that."
They don't exist.
You can fly out to California.
I peed, but I did not puke.
Right. But our fee is significantly less, and again regulated by the municipalities. So.
My buddy actually just dropped a carpet cleaner off to my buddy Michael Thorne, who drives for Uber, and he had 2 Uber pukers, and so his car is totaled right now, and he's trying to recover. But I guess, like he said, you get paid as an Uber driver for the rest of the night and for detailing. So it's got to, and they're rolling that back to the consumer. So it's got to be at least $200 if you puke in a car.
Yeah, I think it's $250 or $300, which is amazing.
If I'm hiring a Rainbow Taxi, I'm expecting a gay driver. I'm demanding a gay driver.
We could have come up with some marketing for that.
I'm your Rainbow Taxi.
You're looking good. Where are we going?
Nice.
Rusty, look at what does my shirt
Tim
say?
Mahoney is wearing a "This Is My Pride" shirt.
Nice.
It's there's cutouts where the nipples are supposed to be
I'm
hidden.
just trying to support it. I am not gay, but I supported all the stuff.
Not that there's anything wrong if you were gay.
Tim, if you were gay, look at me. Look at me right now.
You're a nice-looking man. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I like your wife more.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Let's do a little sample of a little Blue and White song on the
Blue
spot.
and
What do
White.
you think? Here
Okay.
we go.
All right.
Blue and white. If you need a cab at the end of the night, and if you're juice or trash, it don't matter. Get a ride with us, blue and white. The Best cab around, don't you know it's alright? You can be juiced or pickled, it doesn't really matter. Take a blue and white home with me. There you go, a little sample. That was kind of the sweet singer-songwriter version.
Yeah.
But I just also like it because it's kind of not taking yourself too seriously and finally just being honest about that stuff.
Well, I
think-
like the in advance stuff because that's, like you say, you don't have to worry about, especially if you pay in advance, like you said.
Right.
Then you're done.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to a big concert, I'm a big country music fan. The Kenny Chesney concert's coming up, 2 shows. That's a great time. I mean, obviously, you get them to pick you up from wherever you're starting at your house or a party or whatever, and then schedule a time for them to pick you up. Couldn't be easier. And then you're guaranteed. You know when they're going to be there. They'll be there on time, and you know what it's going to cost you. And you're not waiting around trying to flag a cab or trying to figure out how you're going to get home. And you're safe, and you can have as much fun as.
Where's Kenny Chesney playing?
Target Field.
He is at Target Field.
I feel like now he said country, so what would you do country?
Some of my buddies that work for Target Field and for the Twins have some great story. The reason why he comes back every year, obviously, is they said they've never seen people drink so many Corona Lights before. I know they're not a sponsor. They should be drinking Blue Moon, which maybe they have there. But
Exactly.
No, 3rd Street.
But then some of the stories that they have from the security footage is
They get wasted
Like
at
what?
country concerts. I mean,
Really?
I know.
No.
The biggest drinkers, country share.
Yeah, no, that's what they said. That's why you don't see a lot of rock shows at Target Field.
Look at Lambeau Field a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
What did they arrested? How many people? It's like 90. I'm going to make up a number. 95 people got arrested.
Yeah. That's there's a guy that does
legit
that live tweets the security feed. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. I can't remember what his thing is, but if you can find him on Twitter during the Packers games, and it is some of the funniest stuff on Twitter. That just all he does is literally cut and paste the police reports about the arrests, and generally speaking, they have to do with over intoxication and some of the weird stuff they find. Sleeping in the bathrooms and doing weird stuff. So
who
fun.
doesn't sleep in a bathroom from time to
If
time?
Blue and White served that market, I'm sure we'd be very busy during the Packers games.
Here's Kenny.
Summertime is finally here. That old ballpark man is back in
Summertime ballpark, right?
Got it right on the first line.
Yeah. Beer in a truck.
Now you got the crowd.
Summertime in a blue and white little cab. Gonna feel alright. Gonna sing it all night. I'm getting juice with my girlfriend tonight. Blue and white. I mean, we could make up a whole nother one right there.
Who's the most famous person ever to hop on a blue and white? Besides Tim Mahoney.
Tim Mahoney. It's got to be Tim. He, national TV star and recording artist and all of that. No,
I mean, they mainly have arrangements already, right? With they're in town, the celebs,
right? And I don't know. We'd have to ask. I mean, a lot of times that could happen, and we wouldn't hear from our drivers, or they don't. They maybe wouldn't come back to the office.
I feel like it'd be more, inconspicuous to take a cab than a town car.
Or there'd be someone, like a John Bon Jovi who wants to be relatable to the street and have that experience. So let me get a blue and white. Yeah.
I took a cab because I was wasted, but I needed a ride. And blue and white gave me one. There you go, a little bit,
And if John Bon Jovi loses his phone in a blue and white, what are the odds of him getting it back?
It's actually pretty good. I mean, we have a huge lost and found department, and again, I mean that's the difference. We're here. You can go down to the office. There's a number you can call. You can talk directly to the owner. I mean, those are things that you can do that some of these other services you can't. So.
It's hard to track. I had someone leave something in an Uber, and they weren't sure to call because obviously you get all these numbers that text you, and I thought that was the company. Is that the actual driver? Wasn't sure.
And have you ever had someone just hop in the cab and go, "Let's go to Vegas"?
There are an endless number of really odd and strange stories, or people that. refuse to pay after they get dropped off, and I mean that is a problem. I mean that's something that does still happen.
Cabin run.
Any good stories that you remember?
There's too many to share. I'll have to come back on. I'll actually, what I'll do is we'll have to have one of our drivers come on. I mean, those are the ones that were involved personally in the story, so they're a little funnier when they tell them. But also, I mean, all sorts of stuff. From one of them I think talked about a marriage proposal or more than one that's happened, and
Honey, I know we're in the back of a blue and white.
Well, right, there's that.
But we've been drinking.
So no, there's. I mean, all sorts of. I mean, from really feel good, pull at the heartstrings to to maybe some of the back to the having to clean up the cabs and how that all started.
You know what? There's not a lot of good taxi songs.
And really, only one movie.
It was raining hard in Frisco. I needed one more fare to make my night. A lady up ahead waved to flag me down. She got in at the light.
Might have to learn this and do your own lyrics.
Yeah.
Oh, where you going to, my lady blue?
Harry Chapin.
Sounds like an SNL skit. Is that bad?
Yeah. Only one movie and only one TV show.
TV show was great, though.
It was good. When are we going to see the Cabcast then? I know you're looking at the raw footage.
We are.
How many episodes will you get out of that first night?
Well, we're always kind of, I think, not sure.
Rumor is you were out for about 12, 18 hours, Tim. Tim?
We were out a little long. I'm not going to lie to you.
That gave it an extra innings.
Do you own a cab now, it sounds like? Is it in your garage?
We were out a little long, but I guess looking at it all, we hope to, when we go out, get maybe 2 episodes out of it. But I guess, as always with the comedy thing, it just depends how much we think is strong enough to keep, because sometimes things can seem funnier at the time or maybe cool, but then they seem inappropriate. And but I think we had a couple funny things.
And how's this whole experience been for you? Because now people are getting to know Tim Mahoney
finally
in a different way. Now they are going to understand this guy is freaking insane.
Well, that's maybe the point. Is we've talked about that. I
Dan used to wait on you, by the way.
Yeah,
at
the Lowry.
No, wait for your shows to start.
Yeah. That's right.
Horrible tipper, Tim Mahoney.
Yeah, just the worst. More than 10. No, I'm just kidding.
I've tipped a lot.
No, I know. I'm joking.
The times that you dined and dashed.
Yeah, then we need to talk about those.
I was with I don't know about that. Sorry.
Yeah. But he had the blue and white waiting, so he didn't pay his restaurant bill, but got right into the cab and took off.
So he got that all arranged.
That's the thing. I want people. This has been the way I have been most of my life. Just people are seeing it now. I do love the comedy aspect. I love pushing things to the edge a little bit. Just talking to people about crazy things. I love the improv feel of just going up to people, talking with them, and it's just fun for me. Like I said, I'm always probably going to have more information than we need, and we'll pick from it. But I think it's a smart marketing idea too, because like I said, this day and age, to get people to click and look and stuff, you need something that's kind of out there. What are you going to look at? See all this stuff on Facebook, and it's like, what do people really click on? Like, I don't normally click on the Rusty Gatenby show or the Twin Cities Hit show.
Hey,
why not?
Hey,
but I do now. After it got better. At first, it was a little slow.
Chuck told me there's porn on the internet. I'm going to look at that after the
There's
show.
what?
That's unverified. I just threw that out there. I don't know for sure.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Evidently, Lou showed him a site.
I would love to have you guys maybe on a cab.
Yeah.
Have you guys on there.
Let's do it.
And it could kind of show like the. Well, if it was Rusty, we could say, hey, it's Rusty Gatenby from Channel 3 Cable Access. He's very popular in Omaha and also West Des Moines.
I'm working my way there. I was on 5, now I'm on 4. I'm headed to 3.
I'm headed to 3.
It's a regression.
Not
I
close.
Like
Getting there.
So the air date, we're not sure yet?
We're not sure. I mean, I think we're hoping to have something, this...
By noon? By lunchtime?
Yes, exactly. Actually, talking to me and our friend here, I'm hoping by the end of the week, maybe the next few days. I mean, it's just about getting footage that I approve of, that they approve of, all that stuff goes. But I think once we get in the gist of it, knowing what we all want, it'll take a shorter time. But the idea is to have an episode a week, and pushing it out through all social media, YouTube. We're gonna have our own YouTube channel, so people can kind of follow that. And we also had the idea of, maybe splitting it into some smaller clips to get people to check it out, because sometimes people don't maybe click on to watch a long thing, and they do the small one, click on, watch the long one. That
do a couple of Snapchats.
Yes.
Do a couple of 7-second vines.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's what my kids listen to. But then my kids don't take cabs. But
that you know of.
That I know of.
Yeah.
Lou, on the other hand, wants to be
Lou.
a driver.
Yeah.
What?
Huh?
Well, we're wrapping up the show here. Tim, you gonna play something here? You gonna?
Sure. What do you want today? I mean, I got.
Play us out, Tim.
Do you know any Grateful Dead? They've wrapped up their show
well
this
done,
weekend.
Tim.
Okay.
Like a
so
pro.
how about this? I did a special edition podcast.
I heard that.
And it went very well. And we're actually having a follow-up podcast this week for the shows in Chicago.
Oh, you're going down to Chicago?
No,
the
we're
show's just
bringing
happened.
some people in that were there, and also people that live streamed it. I did watch the first night live stream.
Yeah.
And
how was it?
Again, I'm not a massive fan, but I definitely respect it. I wanted to understand it, and it was just cool. What can I say? It's just I'm always trying to learn more about it. Some of them are old. Phil Lesh, people talk about his singing being a little lacking, but I mean, hey, he's 75.
Yeah.
Trey was great. I mean, people were. I will say that they could play any note, and the crowd was just, you look out any second, and they're just jamming. And, of course, a lot of the stuff is kind of mellow sometimes, but it was just awesome. Let's see. I can maybe do a sample of this. Is what we did the other night. I'm pulling it up so you can help me out. We did a little sample of this song at the end of our podcast. Maybe we can get everybody to sing along with us, like a Grateful Dead tribute.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Let's see if we can get it. We'll just do a little part of it here. Getting the mic. It's all set here. Remember that song?
Yep.
Here we go. If my words did glow with the gold of sunshine, and my tunes were played on the harp unstrung, would you hear my voice come through the music? Would you hold it near as it were your own? It's a hand-me-down. The thoughts are broken. Perhaps they're better left unsung. I don't know. Don't really care. And let there be songs to fill the air, ripple in still water, when there is no pebble toss, no wind to blow. There's a little sample there.
Nice.
Nice. That was great.
They ended the first show with that, by the way, and apparently to Deadhead fans, that was a massive surprise that they played that song. My bass player is a huge Dead. He's like, I cannot believe they're playing Ripple. So literally the people in the crowd, they showed them, they were crying. Mainly because it was a Jerry song and it was really related to Jerry. So, yeah, good info there.
Very cool.
Aww.
Yep.
Oh, for cute.
Oh, for nice.
All right. Well, thanks, guys, for coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you, and we'll get you guys on the Blue and White Cabcast coming up. Twin Cities Hit Show meets Cabcast. I feel like could be pretty dangerous. Like on a Friday night or something.
Bring Lou.
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, go for Lou for sure.
We always
Lou drive. We need a sober
Yeah.
driver. Tomorrow,
Who do we got tomorrow?
Comedian Brian Miller. He's on
Miller's
Craig Ferguson,
on.
some other stuff. He's
You know
got some great
Oh
TV
yeah, I
credits,
love Brian Miller.
It's funny.
Very funny, man.
Define love. I mean, like really in love or just
No.
kind of comedy love. So yeah, no, he's a great guy.
Friendship
He'll
love.
be on tomorrow morning. Yeah, Brian Miller.
Alrighty then. Have a good Monday. We'll see you on Tuesday.